Good morning, dear student. Right now, we will start a new poem and a poem which gives you different outlook, and the outlooks are we can get a different twist. We will get different test, we will get different twist from this poem. That is the Ballad of Father Gilligan. Here in this poem, we will get spirituality, we will get humanity, you will get incarnation of God, spirituality focused on the human being. So here in this poem, suppose we have to know a man how he is related with the supernatural power. I mean, we are the creation of God and goddesses. Sometimes we believe in spiritualities. Sometimes we believe in God is there in the world. The Almighty is more powerful than everyone. So right now, this is a poem which gives different tests from different corners. I mean, from spirituality to humanity, from humanity to incarnation of real God, and how in the absence of human being, God is always present, is omnipresent, sometimes we can say, and is all time present for the well-being of the people. God is always giving his helping hand for his disciple. God is there in the world, and when we needy people, when we are really giving our helping hand to others, God in with us, providing the real helping hand. So here in the poem, we are supposed to be get different type of test. I mean, it's a spiritual poem that the title of this poem is The Ballad of Father Gilligan. Here is W.B. Yeats, is a poet. He is giving his best there from different type, different corner of the human being, how when we are existing in this common world. See, William Butler Yeats is from 1865 to 1939, is an Irish poet, dramatist, and mystic. He was awarded the Nobel Prize of Literature in 1923. It's all about W.B. Yeats because we know is a famous poet. We know that is a man who is completely famous in the world of literature, especially in English. Also, he was qualified for Nobel Prize winner in 1923. Right now, we are going to start this poem with a new look that how the poet here giving his best in the poetries, and how he giving his best when human being exist in the world. Who is there control the globe? It is none other than the Almighties, and how Almighties are directly or indirectly related to God. Just see the ballad, just see the warm-ups in this poem. The Ballad of Father Gilligan has a ballad form, a narrative poem usually sung with regular short stanzas that tell a story. In this poem, Yeats narrates a profoundable meaningful story, and it has a more overtly religious contents than most of his poems. The story is about a priest who brings emotionally and physically worn out fell into a deep slumber. As he woke up, he was horrified by the fact that he couldn't make it to the bedside of the sick man before he died, and that no one had performed the rites of blessing for the dying. The divine presence, in this case, of the priest is an affirmation of a loving and kind God. Study the poem and find out how it glorifies God. Here, W.B. Yeats giving much more importance to the supreme, powerful God. How God has controlling the world if we needy to Him. Sometimes here the warm-up said, here the Ballad of Father Gilligan, the title of this poem, Ballad of Father Gilligan. Here it is a ballad form. It has been given in a ballad. Ballad here in the type that ballad, it means people's, when we are talking normally in general people, folk tale, people when they are talking with their own languages, with a regional talk, with their tribal talk, with a regional talk. So here it has been written in a ballad form. I mean, this poem is in a local formation of ideas when they are writing. A narrative poem, or sometimes when W.B. Yeats is given this poem, a narrative one, he narrates it completely, relationship with human being, in relate with the God or the Almighty. It songs with regulars. I mean, though it has been given in a poetic manner, I mean, in a poem, but it is, the meaningful is something different. It is a regular, readable poem and short stanzas which gives a story. I mean, the poem gives a story by motivating to the people of the local people how we have belief in God. God is there who guides us, who is there with us. Yeats narrates a profoundable, meaningful story, and it has a more overtly religious content than most of his poems. Most of his poems has been given, and this poem is the Ballad of Father Gilligan is a poem is giving focus to the God who has his depth over the people, in relate with the people, and though this is a religious poem, we can say it is a religious poem. The story is about a priest. I mean, Father Gilligan is the topic, and the Father Gilligan is noted with a priest. Priest is the father here. Emotionally, who beings emotionally and physically worn out to fall into deep slumber. Here is the Ballad of Father Gilligan in this poem. The ballad here, I mean, it's a story, folk tale, local story, we can say. And Father Gilligan is a priest. Here, once upon a time, a priest who is working day and night for the well-being of his people in and around who they are. One day, he was in a deep slumber, I mean deep sleep. And the system, what was there before, it was not easy for him to do. And when he was trying his best to give the best to the people, but it is very difficult for him to maintain so because of his tiredness. So here it is the absence of the priest, what or who is dealing to the next. Though we know that the priest is working day and night for the people, but here for his absence, I mean the absence is not of his own interest, it is his body is not permitting to work out. So he was absent. In the absence of this priest, the Almighty, I mean the God who is working for the priest. Here, he was glorified, he was horrified by the fact he couldn't make it besides of the sick man before he died, that no one had performed the rites of blessing for his dying. Though we know that It's a duty of the priest to reach who the man is going to die. But one day what happened? The priest is not be reached at that point of time when someone is the sick man who is going to die because of his ill health and his deep slumber. After that, when he woke up and saw the time has already passed, and he was certainly shocked by the news of the sick man's death. He was completely devastated and said, it was very unfortunate that I am not at that point of time. But the real thing here it is what? In the absence of the priest, the God who is working day and night for the whole world, for the people of his globe and people of his planet, he served in the place of the Father, who is the priest. So here he said, rites of blessing of dying, the divine presence in the gaze of the priest of affirmating of loving of kind God. Kind God is there, who is looking or observing all the people in the world, who they are, what they are doing, what is their activity, everything. So here suddenly the poem finds out how Yeats glorifies God. Here we can get from this poem that W.B. Yeats, he was discussed in this poem as a story that God is there above all. He is looking keenly to one and all present in the globe. So it is what? It is the duty of every person that they have to do their own business, own duties. If for any sort of reasons we are absent or we are not doing the proper work, God is there to handle all these things. So at least we have to believe on God. In our absence, God is there. It means God is supervising everything. So here W.B. Yeats glorifies God, that yes, God is there in the world. God is looking everything. He is the world, all the planets. It moves or it runs, and the people, they are running. Guidance by the God. So it is what W.B. Yeats glorifies. He is giving importance to God here because he praise God. Yes, God is there in the world. Just you see how the priest is working day and night, and in the absence, how the God is working. The old priest, Peter Gilligan, was very night and day. Perhaps his flock were in their beds or under green sods lay. Just now I am reading the poem. Just you follow me when I am reading the poems. When I am reading the poems, at least when you are reading the books of the poem, at least you read 2 times so that you can find easily the difficult words to understand and to recognize what is the meaning of the sentence that speaks. So follow me what I am going to do. It is when I am reading the stanzas. The old priest Peter Gilligan was weary night and day, for half his flock were in their beds or under green sods lay. Once, while he nodded on the chair at the moth hour of the evening, another poor man sent for him, and he began to grieve. I have no rest, nor joy, nor peace, for people die and die. And after cried he, God forgive, my body speak, not I. He knelt, and leaning on the chair, he played and fell also. And the moth hour went from the fields, and stars began to peep. They slowly into millions grew, and lips shook in the wind. And God covered the world with shade, and whispered to mankind. Upon the time of sparrow chirping, chirp, when the moths come once more, the old priest Peter Gilligan stood upright on the floor. Marwan, Marwan, the man has died. While I slept on the chair, he roused his horse out of his sleep and rode with little care. He rode now as if never rode, by rocky lane and fen. The sick man's wife opened the door. Father, you come again? And is the poor man dead? He cried. He died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gilligan, in grief, swayed to and fro. When you were gone, he turned and died, as Mary has barred. The old priest Peter Gilligan, he knelt him at the word. He who hath made the night of stars, for soul who tight and bleed, sent one of his great angels down to help me in my need. He who is wrapping in purple robes with planets in his care, he pity on the list of things asleep upon a chair. Just you see the poem right from the first stanza. The old priest Peter Gilligan was weary night and day. So here, for half his flock were in the beds or under green sods lay. The old priest Peter Gilligan, you know the priest, old priest Peter Gilligan, the name of the priest is Peter Gilligan, the father Gilligan also we can say, was weary day, night and day. He was weary. He was horrified all the time. He was busy with the schedule of day and night, night and day, for his own work towards the people. His life is always with the people. He spent his time with the people all the time. Yes, maybe it is a day, maybe it is a night. He was completely busy with, and he has given his all the time to the public. Yes, I am always with you, day and night. For half his flock were in the beds. Sometimes he was in the bedside where people are, flock means around the bed. Sometimes people are around the bed. I mean, when a person is going to die, I mean, he's going to die or he's waiting for his last word. At that point of time, Peter Gilligan is the only man who reached and after that the man died. So after that the person died. So it is a spiritual belief that when Peter Gilligan reached at this spot, when someone is going to die, then the life of the person is go to the heaven. Here it's a different test that we are getting. Human being, definitely we know that when we are in the world right now, someday we come to the world and someday we have to leave the world. In between the journey, what we have did, either it is good or it is bad, it will result at the end. So at the end part of the life, every person, they want the priest Gilligan, I mean the priest Father Gilligan, to be very close to the person at the last time of this person. And if Peter Gilligan is present at that time, the noble soul will be more happy and he just fly to the heaven with holiness in his mind. So it is a spiritual belief. We will believe it. Sometimes at the death, when someone is going to death, and we the people are reading types of sacred books, spiritual books, which gives us a new thought which will make us to reach to the supernatural or the God. So Gilligan is a medium that if he reaches at this point when someone is going to die, and that person will be more happy and he will fly like anything in the world and to the heaven. So here, the old priest Peter Gilligan was very day and night. I mean, the Peter Gilligan was busy with his schedule, day, night, full work, and he was completely with the people. For half his flock were in their beds. Sometimes he was there in the bed of the people when half flocks. I mean, people are around the beds when someone is going to die. Definitely, it's a scenario that in that environment, people are flock. I mean, people are around the bed who the person is going to die, or under green shorts lay. Either he will reach with a person who is flocking by a lot of people around him, I mean, who is fighting for death, or it may be someone is going dead and he has to bury it in the under land, under earth. So in the green slots lay, I mean, someone is buried under the land or under the earth, or someone is there who is going to die. People are flocking around. So at that point of time, Father Gilligan is busy and using his appropriate time with the people who is going to die. And he is always busy with day and night. Once, while he nodded on the chair at the mouth hour of the heaven, here, another poor man sent for him and he began to grieve. Though it is a regular habit of the Father Gilligan that people will come to him at any point of time, here one day what happened? When Father Gilligan, while nodded on the chair, he was completely tired and he was nodded his head on the chair. When he was sitting on the chair, he nodded his head on the chair because he was completely tired working day and night. At the moth hour of the evening. So what is the moth hour? Moth hour speaks it speaks when it is either once in a day we will get two moth hours. One is, which is what, when the sun is going to set and the black clouds, I mean, the world is looking dark and deep. This is what one time. Another time, which is in the early morning, the black clouds disappeared and the bright sun comes. I mean, the sun is going to rise. That peak time is called the moth hour. So, what happened? In the moth evening, I mean, it's a evening going to be night. It is a evening, afternoon, evening, and going to be night. So, it is a evening and the sun is going to be set and the stars and the black clouds and the moon, it comes to the earth. So this is called the moth hours of the evening. Once while he nodded on a chair at the moth hour of the evening, another poor man sent for him. A poor man come to him and began to grieve. Began to grieve, he is grieving that yes, I am in horrified stage, I am in sad stage, someone is going to die. So please come, Peter Gilligan, please come. Please respond to me. Please respond to me because your presence is highly important for me. So he was giving his sadness, and in a very sad mind he approached to Father Gilligan to come. I have no rest, nor joy, nor peace. It is the time of Father Gilligan because Father Gilligan is completely tired and he was working day and night. So once in a day, though he is in absent state, I mean his mind is absent, he was completely in the stage of noting his, I mean we can say half drowsy and all. So at this stage, when someone sent for him and said, please come Father Gilligan, please come, in the replies of the Father Gilligan, what it is, I have no rest, nor joy, nor peace, for people die and die, and after cried he, God forgive, my body speak, not I. The line, the stanza it speaks, right from the beginning he said, I have no rest nor joy and nor peace. Every people have their joy. Every people they have peace. Every people they have entertainment. but I have no rest because I am working for the people. So, in a different mood, he said, I have no rest, I have no joy, no enjoyment, no happiness in my life, and I have no peace in my mind because I am working for the people only. I am completely using my people with the people. Time with the people. So it is, I am completely busy. I have no rest. I have no time to take peace to me. I have no time to think of me also. It is here. For people die and die. People are dying one by one, and I am busy with this schedule. So I have no rest, no peace, and no joy in my life. My life is nothing, but I am always thinking about the person or the people who they are. After cried he, God forgive my body speak not I. When he cried this, that I have no peace, no joy, no enjoyment. And then he said, yes, it is. And after cried he, God forgive. Oh my God, forgive me. Why I say so? Because it is, I am completely tired. I am not working tiredlessly. I am working for the people, but right now I can't work because my body is not permitting to work. He knelt and leaning on the chair. At this stage he knelt and leaning on the chair. He prayed and fell asleep, and the mothar went from the fields, and stars began to peep. Though it's a mothar of the evening, when the sick man sent for him and said, he knelt and leaned on the chair. He was nodding on the chair and he was just leaning in the chair. He just make it on the chair and he fell asleep. He prayed and fell asleep. When he was praying and he fell asleep, though he was completely tired, with the tiredness he was completely asleep, have a deep slumber. And the mothar went from the field. The mothar went from the field, completely covered by the mothar, and stars began to peep. I mean, the evening, afternoon over, and the evening is also over. Right now, the moth hour is also completed, and the night is growing one to deep night. So at that point, he said, stars began to peep. I mean, night comes. When the star comes and the night comes, 1, 2, 3, 4 stars are there in the sky. The number of stars are growing one by one, and they are peeping. I mean, the moth hour is completed, and it is going to be a night. They slow into million give. I mean, 1 star, 2, 3, 4, and it grows one by one, and it grows up to millions. I mean, million stars are there in the sky. Right now, the moth hour is completed, and it is going to be a deep night. And leaves shock in the wind. When night grows, the leaves of the tree is fluttered, and it shook in the wind. In the wind, it shake, it trails, it moves. And God covered the world with shade. Though it's a night time, the God covered the world with his shade, because it is the shade of the God. He make the people to the safe zone. That's why he give a cover to the whole planet. Yes, you people are safe inside. So God give us, normally God give us a shade at night and make a safe zone. That yes, you all are safe, and I will hide you in my huge umbrella, right? God covered the world with shade. With its own shade, God has covered the world and whispered to mankind. I mean, he is praising the mankind. Yes, man is also very good by kind heart. God is praising to mankind, and that's why he covered the huge cover to make as a shade to cover the whole world. Upon the time of sparrow chiefs, I mean, when the night grows, when we see that when night grows, definitely it is going to be a deep night, and it will definitely another moth hour comes in the morning. So here, upon the time of sparrow chips, when the moth come once more, the old priest Peter Gilligan stood upright on the floor. Yes, see, upon the time of sparrow chips. Sparrow again, when it's going to be a moth hour, night will disappear and the bright light of the sun, it will gives a new light to the whole world, and then automatically the moth hour again disappear. So in between the night and the early morning, the peak hour is called the moth hour. So here again, once again the moth hour comes, the chirping sound, the creeping sound of the sparrows, it gives, yes, it's going to be a morning. When the moth comes, again the moth hour comes, the old priest Peter Gilligan stood upright on the field. Because the Peter Gilligan had no idea where he was, though he was on the chair and leaning, but he has no idea because he was completely tired working for the people day and night. So he said, once again the moth hour comes and the sound of the sparrow, it reaches to Father Gilligan. He just stood up and think about what is going to be. It is going to be a morning, and already it has a long time gap between this evening moth hour and this morning moth hour. Marban, the man has died while I slept on the chair. He roused his horse out of its sleep and rode with little care. He said, Marban, the man has died. Yes, what happened? Oh, it is a very, difficult situation for the father, because he never did so to the people of the world. Always he is present with the needy people. So what happened? It is a very bad thing that prevails in my mind, he was thinking. Oh, what happened? Hi, what happened to him? Why I am not responding to what was the situations? Why I am so tired? This is what he was thinking. Yes, Marban, the man has died. It is the dream of the Father Gilligan. He will definitely present at every needy house. So when he was thinking of the sick man and said, definitely the man will be died. The man has died while I slept on the chair. Yes, definitely the man has died, because it's a long time gap between evening moth hour to morning hour. So definitely the man has died. He roused his horse out of its sleep. When he roused his horse out of its sleep. Just he set the horse. Get up, get ready to run towards the sick man's house. And rode with little care. He get ready with the horse and rode towards the sick man's house. And how he rode with little care. Little care with no care. With no care, carelessly ride fasting to the sick man's house, because he was so hurry that the man will definitely die. So I have to reach to the sick man's house at any point of time. So far, with a limited time, so he get ready with the horse to run faster to the sick man's house. He rode now, as he never rode, by rocky lane and fane. The sick man's wife opened the door. Father, you come again? This is a spiritual poem. Just have your eyes, keen eyes, deeply into the poem. He rode now as if never rode. He rode? In which way he ride? To his horse as he never rode. He never rodes like this. He is riding so fast that he never ride before. By full of rock. Rock lane, very, limited road is there for it, and very lane means very limited small area of rocky which is there. It is not a wider place. Narrow path, rock path, and fane. It is not only rock, it is full with sometimes a small road filled with rocks, and sometimes it is filled with fane. I mean dot, dust. Sometimes we can say muddy, faint, muddy road and rocky lane. The lane what he was traveling by the horse is completely rock, full of rock and full of muddy. Mud is there, full of mud. It is very difficult to ride, but he ride with no care, carelessly riding so fast. The sick man's wife opened the door. When he reached to the sick man's wife's house, the sick man's wife come and he opened the door and said, "Father, you come again?" It is a very difficult questions. Father, you come again? You just underline this line. It's a very important line of this poem. It is, Father, you come again. Why the person, sick man's wife asked to the father, Father, you come again? It is a very difficult situation for the father, because it is unbelievable that this is the first time Father Gilligan is going to reach to the sick man's house. But why? Sick man's wife asked, you reach again? This is the second time why you are coming. Father Gilligan was surprised to heard this sentence, Father, you come again. So many questions that arises in the mind of father. I was coming this time only. Why this lady addressed me that you come again? If I am not coming before, who is there to doing all this thing in absence of me? It's a big question that arises in the mind of Father Gilligan. He was completely surprised to listen that sentence, Father, you come again. And next, and is the poor man dead? He cried. He died an hour ago. The old priest, Peter Gilligan, he grief shrewd to and fro. Listen. And is the poor man dead? And the wife said, the poor man has died. He cried. Father Gilligan cried. Because definitely the poor man died. When the poor man is died, Father Gilligan cried. Because he is regularly in touch with the needy people. First time he is absent, and with his presence is very important for the needy people. So he was cried, I am the only person first time doing a mischief thing that I am not present with the sick man's advice. This is one of the great mistake from my side. So he was crying. He died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gilligan. So the lady said, the wife of the sick man said, sick man is died an hour ago. The old priest Peter Gilligan in grief shrewd to and fro. He was in grief. He was feeling so sad that this is the first time that happens to me that I am not in touch with a sick man. And the sick man is already dead. So he was not adjusted his mind. He was moving here and there like a aimless. Moving here and there, wondering here and there, what will be the next? And why I am not be present at that point of time? It is a very rare situation for this Father Gilligan not to be present at that point of time when needy people are sent for him. When you were gone, he turned and died as merry as a bird. The old priest, Peter Gilligan, he knelt him at the word. Again the previous word, Father, you come again. This word matches to this stanza. It is what? When you were gone. He turned and died. When you were gone, when you back home, the sick man's wife said, when you back home, he turned and died. The sick man turned one side and died. as Mary as a bird. Because your presence is important. When you come to me and give blessing to me, my husband, he turned one side and he died. Just like a bird moving in the sky. Happily he is going to be to the supernatural power. He was died as a Mary as a bird. The old priest Peter Gilligan, he knelt him at that word. The first word, when he was surprised that, Father, you come again. The second word, it was, he knelt that he was died and your presence was important, and he was moving as Mary as a bird. The old priest Peter Gilligan lent him at that word. At that particular word, Father Gilligan, deeply feeling sad and depressed, and fell down, kneel down, that what happened? What is going to be happen to me? This woman, husband to this woman is going already died. I was not at that point of time, but she said, my presence made him happy to freely move, just like a bird, happy bird who is moving. He died and as a merry bird. So what was going on? It is a very big questions in the mind of Father Gilligan. He just knelt down and think of, yes, something is happened and something is extraordinary is going to be happen. And it is then only he is thinking what is going, and what was the relationship that creates that the person who was there and I am next to him. He just thinking himself, it is the only God. Because though he was a priest, and he has his deep belief towards the Almighties. He said, yes, it is the God only, it is the Almighty only gives miracle. So that, see the next stanza. He who hath made the night of stars for souls who tried and bleeds, sent one of his great angels down to help me in my need. So this is a very important stanza. I mean, in relationship with God and human being. God, who hath, here is a Shakespearean language, hath, it is has, the meaning is has here, who has made the night of stars. Who has made the night of stars? It is none other than God. So, God is the only one. He has his controlling, and he is observing everything which is going to happen. So who made the star, who made the sky, who built the world is only directed by God. So he who hath made the stars of sky and the night of stars for soul who tired and beat. I mean, it is the only God who made for soul who tired and beat. I mean, who is tired and who is beat? I am tired. I mean, the sick man is tired. So for my absence, he made another person. It is who? It is the God only. For souls who tired and bleed, sent one of his greatest angel down. See? Sent one of his greatest angel. So he has the controlling. He can give any miracle. He can give any changes. One of his angels, he down to the earth in the absence of Father Gilligan. Just like Father Gilligan. Just like it looks like Father Gilligan. He has his controlling. He can do. I mean, God can do. He has his Almighty. He is every power. He has his lot of power. He can do miracles. So that we can say almighties. So sent one of his great angels down to help me in my need. So in my need means what I am doing in my work. When I am absent, he sent one angel down to the earth and ordered him to work in absence of me. That is, in my need, in absence of me, the angel is working. Yes, this is God. He who is robed in purple robes, with planets in his care, and pity on the list of things, asleep upon a chair. He who is robed in purple robes. He who, the God, who is robed, is covered with purple robes, purple stones, royal dress. He looks like a royal dress. It is none other than the Almighty's. With planets in his care, by his order only, the planets is moving. Who is taking care of the planets? I mean the people around the globe, every creature in the world. With planets in his care, had pity of list of things. Pity list of things. Is not taking care of this list of things. Excuse me. Is not taking care of this list of things. Is a man with carefulness. God has a supernatural power. He can send anyone into every place. In the absence of me, God sent one angels down to the earth working for me, show that it is none other than God who is present at that point of time in the absence of me to the sick man's house. He had pity of list of things asleep upon a chair. It's not taking importance that when I was in the chair and when I was absent and when I was sleeping in the chair, I am not doing my duty. I am not doing my duties. It's not taking it so serious because I was working day and night. So, here, God will help the person who is working properly of his duties. Father Gilligan, he realized it is only God who can save the world or give miracle in the absence of everyone. So student, we will get benefit from this poem. It is what? We always try to work for ourselves, sometimes to work good for others. If you are trying, or if I am trying, if we will try for good of the society, good of the world, good of the people, definitely when we need God, God is present at that point of time. We have belief that yes, if we do best for the society, it is the Almighty is observing. Don't think that someone is observing and you have to do your duties. You have to do your duties. The result will be as it is. So here, it's a spiritual poem, the ballad of Father Gilligan. We will get spirituality, humanities from this poem, and we get how God is present without informing to others. So it's my kind request, you do your duties so that you do yourself, hard to the society, hard to yourself. Also, the result will be said automatically. So, my student, you read this poem two times. You go to the difficult questions, difficult words, and you go to the questions that is there. If you have any doubt regarding any questions or any word, you can directly contact to my phone number so that you will clear your doubts. I am welcome to you all to give comment and compliments in this poem so that I will get benefited from this, and I hope this poem will make changes in yourself and to the world. Thank you. Thanks a lot.